welcome back. Tinker77 here. We are back on Tinker World. We're down in the storage room. I've been gathering up materials because today we're going to work on building an item duplication machine. This works for flat items like rails and carpets. I am using a tutorial video from OMG Craft to make this device, so I'll be going back and forth between the video that they've produced. But I wanted to build this right now because I have a feeling I'm going to need some carpets for later on for something I'm going to build. So I wanted to get this machine so at least it starts duplicating the items. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to sleep because it looks like it's getting to be dark. And then I'm going to go out to the spot and we'll start to do this build. I'm going to build the item duplication machine in this area here. And I think I'm just going to mow the lawn. It gets me some seeds. I know I could just, just place blocks on it. But yeah, I like to get the seeds too. This is kind of rapid swinging through. We're going to build in this area right here. The first part of this, which really isn't in the tutorial video that I'm watching, is to make a storage area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cascading series of chests. It's pretty easy to do, except when you're trying to do it this way. Oops. What you've got here is a series of chests just going down. I want to do one more. Let's see if I can get up there. Excuse me. So this way I can store multiple items pretty quickly. Okay. So that's the first step. So in just a couple seconds we're going to start building the next section. I'm going to sleep and then we'll get back to it. I ran out of one of my resources, which is packed ice. So we're going to go to the icy biome. To do that, go towards Mortal's base. We're going to use his tram system that he built. So if you go through here, there's no cart at the moment. So what you do is you click this button here. Instructions say to recall the cart, press the wood button, then the stone button. Here's the stone button. We'll hit that, and we'll wait. And what that does is it sends a signal to where the cart is. It's either at one end or the other. And it'll come by here in just a quick second. And then we'll get in it and go towards his base. And then from there we'll go to the ice spikes biome, where we can go get some packed ice. Should be here any second. No cart. Well, that's interesting. I could walk it. Oh, there's the cart. It must have been a graphics glitch. Okay. So we hit this button, we get in, and we hit this to launch. He built this a while back. It's a great and easy way to get to where his nether portal is. It's not that long. We're almost there. Pushes you right out. So now that we're here, we have to figure out where the icy biome. Here's the Sky Island. His farmland, and over there is where his iron farm is. Here's ice spikes. Grab a boat, he says. So we'll grab a boat. Get the boat down. And these pigmen are already a pain. Ah. Barcala needs to fix this with some ice or something. All the way to the end of this. And there we go. Take another portal and we're in the icy spike. So I'm going to gather up some more packed ice and then we're going to head back to the build we're currently working on. Just a few more blocks and the catch basin will be ready for water. We'll do that last, of course, but it'll be ready for it. Oops, there we go. Okay, so what we've got here is the catch basin. This is 8 blocks long, so the water sources will be along this side here. Anything that falls in, the water will be pushing it this way, and it will go into this little, I guess you'd call it a canal, and water will be here, and on the other side we'll be pushing the items into the hopper, which we'll be putting them down into the chests. So that's the catch basin. Like I said, we'll put water in that in a little bit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the mechanism that actually does the duplication, and that's in this part here. And then we'll start to do that, and then after that we'll work on the actual timing mechanisms for that, on-off switch, that sort of thing. And then we're, oops, didn't mean to do that. And then there will be a wall that we'll put up, because sometimes these things go flying a little bit, that we'll put up to catch the, stop the things that goes into the chests. For the next section, we're going to build this mechanism here for the hopper minecarts. Now, what we're going to do here, I'm going to just do 2 of these, and then I'll do the rest off camera, but I put this little walkway so that I can not slide all around on the ice. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have a hopper going down into each of these droppers. I'm going to build up a little bit so I can get up here. Hold on. Okay, so once you have that in front of those hoppers, you're going to want to put something that's immovable, like obsidian. Okay, now on top of each of those, you're going to put down a rail. Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit here so I have some more room. Okay, now what we're going to do here is I'm going to just build a little pillar. On each of these rails, you're going to put a hopper minecart. Has to be a hopper minecart. Okay? Now the next thing's kind of weird, and I don't have the material on me. You're going to have to push a slime block down into the hopper minecart. So let me get some slime blocks here. Okay. Put slime block there and there, and we're going to go up just a little bit more so I can see what I'm doing here. And we're going to put pistons facing downward, like so. Okay, now once you do that, you need to remove the rails. Kind of difficult, but and then what all we have to do is just power those pistons with a lever, which I think I have one in here. Yes. Okay, so we have right here, you put the lever down, run it, and there we go. Now, all of this little structure can be taken out. You don't need it. Okay. And that's all you need to do. I've got to do that now for all of these. The next step is to add some more slime. We're going to add some slime on the fronts of each of these. Just like so. And then we want to do some on the back. And then we're going to... Thought that was a creeper. And then we're going to put one on the... above the block we just placed here. Okay, so if I go up here, we're going to put them up right on here. So let me do that really quick, and then we will go on to the next part, which is starting some of the redstone that's needed for this contraption. So the next progress update for you. Create a line here, which will be powering these droppers at the bottom. Down here we have the observers facing into each other. I can't show it very well. You can't see it because if I move off of here. Basically, there's a sticky piston that pushes this one observer into the other, which will create a very fast redstone clock. Then I have right here a sticky piston pointing down with 2 slime blocks going into a redstone block. This will power that piston that's down there. Now there's also going to be a line here that we're going to be working on next, and then we're going to be working on basically in essence pushing these slime blocks back and forth, and that's part of the mechanism. So this will all be hooked up with redstone here shortly. I'm going to continue on, and I'll give you an update in just a bit. The redstone portion is done. Basically what happens is, when you flip this lever here, there are two things that go on. One, it first pushes this piston, which pushes these observers together. These observers together make a redstone clock, a very fast clock. Every time that's activated, this sticky piston will push out and pull back, and push out and pull back. And that's the effect that we want, because that does part of the duplication process. The other half is that it'll take this piston and push down, which will give this redstone line circuit power. And it'll do the same clock mechanism between these two observers, which will power these droppers. So anything that gets pulled into the hopper, the dropper will then spit out. So when I flip this, and forgive me, but it's kind of noisy. I get close enough here. So now what I have to do is in essence prime the system, which is getting the materials that I want onto here, which is going to be, I think, carpet, and getting the water in, and then we're going to be ready to start duplicating the items that I want. Okay, so let me start doing that right now. And there we have the system is built. I put a glass wall around most of it so that it doesn't fly out the pieces. Now if you look here, we don't have anything in this chest at the moment. So I'm going to go up here. I made a ladder that we can get through the switch, and also have access to changing out the material. So we'll come up here. We can go over here. Now the idea being that I would then build out this way. And I've done a little bit of testing, but right now I'm going to use lime green carpet. So what happens is when these start oscillating back and forth, the carpets will be duplicated and come out, and it'll go into the water stream and go into the chest. So here we're going to start to hit the button. A little bit noisy, I apologize. See it carpet for us. And those should be flowing down into our chest. And just like that, we've got an item duplication process going on that works for anything that's flat, so it'll work with rails. It'll work with might work with lily pads even. I'm not sure if I can put those on the slime block, but it'll work with carpets, obviously. Now I'm making a bunch of carpets here because I'm going to be using this lime green carpet in a later build, which is the reason why I built this one. So yeah, so we're just going to let it go, but you can see it's duplicating pretty fast. We got a lot of carpet, just a little bit of time, and yeah, it'll generate what we need. I know it's kind of an exploit, but I always look at it as if the game permits you to do it, then it's okay to do it. We're not using anything that's not preventing me from doing. So, I mean, it may come later at a time when it is fixed, and then we can't use it anymore. It's kind of similar to the way the piston pull mechanism people use elevators for briefly in 1.9 and 10, and now you can't use that anymore. That whole mechanism was gone, but people didn't mind exploiting it for the elevator that they could make with it. I look at this being the same thing. So that's it. Thank you for joining me today. I am Tinker77. If you like this video, what the heck? Oh, we've got a lot of villagers here. They are still breeding. Obviously they're breeding. But apparently they're not falling off, and it's just getting worse and worse. I might have to do something about this in the next video. Wow. Okay. Again, I am Tinker77. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you have any comments, put them in the comment section. And if you'd like to be notified of any videos I produce, please subscribe to this channel. I see all you looking at me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.